Hello everyone, hi, welcome to this channel and myself Yohan Decha and yeah, let's get into this video. Just press the description button of this video and you can find the different timestamps of the different topics discussed in this video, and you can choose whichever the topic you want and you can directly continue from there itself. But I generally recommend you can go from here itself, from the introduction part itself. This video is applicable to all the students who have completed your 10th or SLC exams of irrespective of states, and the procedure and the general guidelines that I will be giving in this video is applicable to everyone. Choosing the best courses, I mean, most of your people have been already admitted to the colleges. As I said, there will be parents will be choosing some of the course, and I mean students will be not knowing what they want to become, or so and then the parents will be guiding them so that they have to do this course, and so that there will be some bright future. They will be suggested, the family members will be suggesting them, will be having some more scope of in the future getting the job, or getting the job itself, like that good job and everything. But they have to understand only one thing. So I want to give only one suggestion on that thing. Is like suppose you have planned your child has to be going for some doctor, engineer, or whichever, are you be cracking your PSC and separate path or whatever it may be. Okay, finally the thing is like he will be studying and he has to do that, and he should be ready for that. Okay, make sure that you ask that so that he is ready for whatever you are thinking. That's it. Okay, you ask him and you make sure you make him understand that whatever you're thinking, okay, what you want to become. So make sure that you understand everything. Like let's say you want to become some normal software engineer or hardware engineer, whatever engineer. Okay, so make sure that let him understand that what are the things that he has to do in future, like after pursuing this PUC, like for becoming an engineer, like everyone know, right? So first thing is like after 10th he has to go for science, PCMA, PCMC, PCM, everything, statistics, anything, any of the science course, and later on you have to attend some KCET or JEE mains and JEE advanced for getting into NITs and IITs. Higher dreams, higher hard work. So like that, after the cracking some competitive exams, and later on you'll be going for good colleges, good engineering colleges for getting his degree, and then you'll be attending the interviews. Okay, after getting an interview, what you'll become, you'll be going for some respective jobs in the good companies like MNCs or whichever it is. Okay, so make sure him understand complete path, like after what after, okay, let's say after his BTech, if you want to perform if you want to continue his education, what he has to do, like he has to compete in still higher way, like you have to attend the GATE exams for engineers, and you have to attend MD exams for MBBS students, and there are competition is getting higher. So make sure him understand that what he want to become completely, like what he has to do and how his hard work has to sustain, so that he can reach so much of places what you are thinking, because he'll be not knowing anything now actually. If you say like, okay, you can I can do that, I can do that, please don't ignore that. Okay, his confidence is like without knowing. Okay, he'll be showing more confidence maybe because he may not knowing what he's be doing, because he thinks like just he is limited. So in most of the cases, but it doesn't happen. But still I'm saying like just make him understand that what you're planning and what he has to become, and how hard he has to sustain in this path, so that he can reach that things. Fine, that's it. Conclusion about the first point is like, make sure what you're doing exactly. Okay, whatever you're doing, like make sure complete path is known to you. Okay, after second PUC you shouldn't say like, I didn't know that I want to attend these competitive exams. And also most of the cases, like coming to the science students itself, like PCMB or PCMC, whichever the course, irrespective of courses, irrespective of exams like JEE mains or NET, whatever, at the end of second PUC they'll be saying like, I should have concentratedly, I should have studied, or I should have practiced problems and everything, so that I should have cracked this exam very easily, because it requires only 1 hour, 2 hours per day. Spending 1 hour or 2 hours per day, you can crack, and you can become eligible for government seats in after PUC, for engineering or for MBBS and everything. Okay, so you'll think at the end moment, you'll think like at day one I would have started and I should have studied much. So that's what I'm saying. So after 2 years, what you will be getting, okay, I mean after which are the competitive exams that you will be attending or you are asked to attend, make sure that you know today itself. Okay, for that make sure you plan accordingly, because till now whatever you are there, like inside the classroom of 60 students or 80 students, where there was no competition, much competition, and you are struggling for getting a first rank or second rank of class of in the mid rank of 5, huh? But now it's like open world, like competition is very high now. Karnataka CET, like KCD, they will be saying, so that where the you'll be competing with now thousands of people, yeah, lakhs, there will be lakhs of people so attending the exams, and your rank will be in the like 50,000, 50,001, 50,002, yeah, 75,000. Your rank is 75,000. If you are attending this JEE Mains and JEE Advanced, your ranks will be like more than lakhs, like minimal lakhs. It will be like 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, because it's all over. It is in the sense like in each state will be having 1 or 2 NITs at max, and also you can get into any colleges. Like you can dream, like you can get into any tier 1 colleges, like very good colleges in entire India. So after your education, so for that you should ranks will be like you have to rank between very less, like rank should be always less. Okay, if the ranks are very high, then your competency and you are getting opportunity or getting good seat in the good colleges will be decreases. Okay, so that's why. So you should be knowing this everything, and later on you have to start your career, like I mean first year of PUC, first year of arts, commerce, and anything, like, okay. And again I'm saying, okay, you're at the roots. Okay, after 10th, like post 10th standard, it's like you're in the roots of the tree, that's it. The end point you'll be reaching the tip of the leaves, or you'll be becoming a tree or anything. But okay, one thing you have to remember, this is very important. The thing is, like, if you go under a mango tree, you'll become mango. Okay, if you go under banyan tree, then you'll become a banyan tree itself. Okay, by going into the banyan tree, you cannot come out like a fruit of mango. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Okay, you should be knowing what you're approaching. And I thought of I was becoming a mango tree, but now I am in a this banyan tree branch. Okay, I mean to say, like, if you are pursuing one course, you'll be having some options, and you'll be going vertically, or you'll be concentrated in one direction itself. You cannot deviate again and you can choose another thing. No, you cannot do that thing. So that's why I'm saying this is very important, that you should be knowing what you're doing. That's it. This is very basic thing. You should know what you are doing. That's it. Okay, let's talk about main difference between the schools and colleges. Okay, so you're in the schools and your lecturers, I mean your teachers actually, right? Your teachers, yeah, your teachers will be becoming it's like lecturers. Yeah, in school, and you had some good teachers who are asking you to do homeworks and everything. So but from now on there will be no those teachers will be not available for you, and it's in other words, it's called like spoon feeding. Like they'll be taking the food and they'll be inserting into your mouth, so that's called spoon feeding. So there'll be no option for that. Okay, from now on you have to do your works, and you have to read, you have to do whatever you do in future, like in this college, entering into colleges, like it's your decision. Okay, whatever you do it's your decision. So there will be no teachers guiding you that you haven't done this homework, so I'll give 1 more day so that you have to do, so I'll not cut your marks. No, it's not possible now. So that's what. So there will be no spoon feeding. Unlike schools, here you will be not asked for any small things, like for cutting if you haven't cut your nails, they will be not allowed to into the schools and everything. But here you have to look at your dress you are wearing and more things. Everything will be like self, like you should be knowing what you're doing. Okay, you're responsible for everything, like your odd or even or good or bad, everything. Your actions will be judged by yourself itself. You'll be judged by everyone actually, even your friends. Like there will be situation. Okay, let's not talk about that. Those things, the video length will be very high, so take care of that thing also. And main difference is like having libraries. And I don't know how many schools in your school you had library or not, or if you had library also, I think you didn't have any library card for taking the books or not. But I don't know, like some of the schools, very big schools would have had one library, so that the school students will be using it. But with respect to colleges, like few colleges, I don't know, yeah, it's like more or less it's online. But still, whenever you get time, like whenever I had an option to go into the college, first you go into the library. First day itself you have to go to library, and you have to take the references books and everything. You will be having some chance, like taking up 3 books or 2 books for one student. So make sure that you take the prescribed books from your prescribed or reference books that you want to, which are suggested by your lecturers, okay, in the college. So first, if this is the one differences. Like in some of the cases, like PU colleges will be merged with BTech colleges. So when there will be no separate PU colleges, and the PU colleges will be merged with BTech colleges. So where there will be a mixture of libraries, like the same, like PU students will be going to the same library where the BTech people will be going. So in that case, you'll be having like getting into this building which contains like thousands and lakhs of books at the same place. So make sure that utilize that things. Like the thing is, like first day you have to enter and you have to take out the books so that you'll get more benefited. I mean, if you had any chance of getting into the colleges, make sure that you do this firstly. Let's get into this next topic, that is purchasing of books. Okay, this is also very important topic that I thought of including in this discussion. Okay, let me say this thing. There are two things, like textbook and reference book. Okay, this textbook, like let's say this subject physics textbook. Okay, physics textbook this is. Okay, and this physics reference book. Okay, and there will be this textbook will be given from the board, like whichever the board you are studying, like state board. So that particular board will be assigning some chapters, and with respect to that, there will be some separate committee, so that they will be including the syllabus, and they will be organizing it, and they will be publishing it. And your school also asks you to purchase this book. Okay, this is textbook, fine. Okay, and whatever you'll be getting in your board exams as you got in the 10th standard, the same way, all the questions and answers, whatever you'll be getting, everything will be come from this textbook itself. Okay, it's not like going out of the box in most of the cases. Like you can get like 80 to 85% maximum, 80% guaranteed from the textbook itself, whatever they will be assigned, whatever like these theorems and everything, they'll be like completely from the textbook itself, right? So like that, everything will be answering from this textbook itself. The second thing is like reference book. As I said, from now till now I have discussed, right? So after your before attending your board exams itself, you will be attending this competitive exam. So completely from now on, you have to shift your mind, like preparing for your competitive exams, highly first priority. And secondly, you will be preparing for second priority is like preparing for your board exams. So you have to make a priorities, like first priority as competitive exams and second priority as cracking this board exam. Because if you are preparing for this cracking the competitive exams, you should be very aware, so that this completing this board exams is very easy actually. Yeah, because competitive exams is like you have to go beyond the syllabus of your board exams, and you have to beyond the board exam syllabuses. It means like whatever the things that are specified in this textbook. Okay, okay, let's say this thing. Okay, there is some CET exam. You will be going to CET exams, and there will be some 60 questions, maybe 60 questions 60 minutes, or 60 questions are 90 minutes, maybe like that. There will be pattern. So there will be some fifth question or sixth question which is out of the textbook. Okay, out of the textbook given in your PUC board. Okay, PUC board means your respective board. That respective fifth or sixth question which is out of the textbook, which would have been chosen from the reference book. Okay, here comes the reference book. Reference book means like reference. So this reference book is made with respect to this textbook syllabus itself, but the concepts, like first you'll be getting some brief things in the textbook, whatever you'll be getting the knowledge, I mean whatever will be taught in your school. Okay, everything will be brief. Okay, when compared to this competitive exams, like as I said, your priority one is like cracking these competitive exams itself now. So you want still more, like you'll suffer, like what that question I don't know, like that concept itself I don't know. There will be some concepts like photosynthesis. Like in photosynthesis, they'll describe like, okay, so this and this chlorophyll and this. Okay, after inside the chlorophyll, that another organisms that inside that number of 4 cycles or what inside to that thing. So you should be knowing such things which is absent in this textbook. So directly you have to go with the reference books in that time. Okay, so that's why I ask you, like before purchasing this textbook, I don't say like don't purchase it. Okay, because these textbooks will be available in the digital format itself, because most of the states will be providing these textbooks in digital form. So no need to purchase all the textbooks, so that you can purchase good reference books. So that, because your reference your priority one is like cracking exams itself. So for cracking exams, this extra knowledge or beyond the textbook knowledge is required. So and in most of the cases you will recognize that what are the things you are there in this reference book is completely is a extra things from the textbook. So if you had this reference books, so these reference books will be having some more insight and more concept than this textbook. Okay, so that's why. And also you can ask your lecturers also, and and you can see your lecturers if you go to the offline classes and everything. They'll be carrying these reference books itself rather than carrying these textbooks. So even they'll be more interested to teach beyond the syllabus and everything. And in most of the cases, whatever they teach, okay, will be, I mean, if you get very good lecturers, and so they'll think about these competitive exams and beyond the textbook level, beyond the class, beyond the board exams, like that. They have to think in this way, so that you'll be more knowledgeable, and you may not go to the other coaching classes and everything. We will talk about this coaching class later, but your lecturers should be, make sure that I wish you that you'll be getting this good lecturers. You will completely take care of your studies and everything, so that you'll be very cool, and you'll be gradually compete with will be ready with taking these competitive exams. Just ask your lecturers first, okay? Ask your lecturers, means like teachers, which reference book that you have to take, like for pursuing whichever the competitive exams you are thinking of. First ask your lecturers, okay, firstly, and later on whichever the books they suggest, okay, whichever the books they suggest, make sure you buy that thing. And this, with respect to textbook, I think it's not required if the digital format of the textbook is available. So that's what. So don't ever be in a myth like whatever is there in the textbook, if you read everything, it's sufficient. No, not required. And it's not sufficient. I mean, it's not sufficient. It's not sufficient completely, and I can confirm this with everyone. And also, if you want to top any of the competitive exams, okay, if you top any competitive exams, and there are already toppers are there with respect to NEET or JEE Mains or UPSC. In UPSC actually, for UPSC exams, I mean, most of the toppers who have been cracked this UPSC exam, they have been interviewed. Okay, you can check out that interviews respectively. You can check their plans, like just what we do right is the normal students we will do right at the end moment. We'll be checking out, like we'll be wasting our time at that time we'll be wasting our time. Rather reading, we'll be interrogating, or we'll be looking into this how to read, how to start, how to plan our day, like at the end moment. That's not happening. That's not happening. So you have to plan whatever you do, just plan now itself, and do things accordingly now itself. Like don't go beyond some limit so that you cannot come back to take that thing. So if it is too late, then you're out of the zone. That's it. That's what I'm saying. You're in competitive world now, so you're in you have to think like, always you have to think like you're blocked in a room where four walls. Yeah, there will be window and doors, like your seniors. Yeah, as your seniors are your college seniors or seniors, and your parents, teachers and everything will be like windows and doors. So you can use them, will take a light out of it so that you can survive. But ultimately you're the one you will be studying, and you are the one you have to give your 100% so that you can come out of this. You can compete with such a level so that you can achieve whatever you're thinking of, and you can get into good colleges. That's it. Your agenda is like, just now you have to think about gaining knowledge, where you can get more knowledge, or what are the things you have to look into, like which are the resources you have to look into, and which are good resources, and understanding the concept in better way. Only these things you have to look into, and just don't go beyond like okay, I have to become this doctor, means I have to do this MD, where I have to do this MD. Irrelevantly, don't think of this like engineering. After engineering, I may do masters, like in which country I have to do. I mean, nonsensely. That's completely nonsense. So that's why I say like, think whatever you want now. Actually, that's it. Just it's required only presently you require only these things, like understanding the things, what are the materials you have to collect, and how you have to plan your day, and how to read, and how to achieve, and how to progress, and how dedicated you are, and how much the dedication, like continuously your dedication is there in your work. So that's what more important than wasting time. That's it. Just plan accordingly, and it's not like you are completely out of the zone. You are completely normal car racer, normal bike racer is pulled into a bike race. No, it's not like that. So you have to speed up your engine, that's it. Like you have to go a bit like 40. If it is 40, then you're like 70, that's it. So not completely quite opposite, and you're not forced to go very fast or so. Just make sure that you be in the race, that's it. Okay, just survive and you have to proceed with this. So this is the second thing, like you can buy as much as reference books, okay, as much as reference books, because it's necessary for your competitive exams, because most of the time that is the first thing, that's first priority, so I say, right? So that's why buy as many as reference books if required, it's okay, but you can avoid this thing, that's what. So this is about purchasing of books. This next topic is like UPSC, cracking UPSC exams, and actually this discussion is here in this video is like because 26th, I guess 26th of June, I guess, I attended the joint session with one Google Meet with online Google Meet with respect to students, like post 10th students, where they had some various questions like, I want to become IPS, so what I have to do, or I have to become a doctor or engineer, so what I have to do, which course, which college, so like that. So we solved as many as students doubts and we cleared everything. So in that session, actually we are invited like to attend the students. Like I don't know if you are got or if you know this thing, but the thing I noticed is like the first three questions was asked by their parents. So that's why in the previous previous topic, I said like dependency of parents by choosing the courses. So that's why I discussed that thing. So they asked like completely, they asked like their son has to pursue this UPSC and crack UPSC exams and become a police officer. He want to attend this UPSC exam and you have to crack this exam. So like that, their question was like that. The thing is, so I mean, I was not the only one person who was part of it. So other my friends who were in the meeting or helped, and I mean some of them have been attended this UPSC exams and everything. So they explained in very brief way what are the steps they have to take. But the thing is like the main agenda from main thing that I thought of sharing with respect to UPSC is like, okay, if you want to, or if your parents want you to become UPSC, I mean cracking this UPSC or becoming IAS, IPS or police or PSC, whatever it is, okay, government jobs, okay, cracking this, okay, the first thing you have to come in your mind is like, first thing you have to think is like cracking UPSC or getting attending this government jobs is like your mindset should be is like serving the nation, okay. This is the main perspective, okay. You have to think like you're serving the nation, and whatever you should not misuse the things, okay. I should not go with like, okay, if I become a government officer, then I'll be taking a bribe, or I can become a richer. No, money shouldn't be your topic. Okay? Before preparing, I mean this preparing and you are attending this, like there will be huge competition, much dedications, and more patience is required, because it may crack in first attempts or in the second attempts, or it may continue, but yeah, you shouldn't leave your dedications and your aim, okay. This is very important, and so you should be knowing why you want to become this UPSC officer. The first question is like, why you want to become UPS officer, okay. The main purpose and main answer I should be getting is like, I have to serve the nation, that's it. I have to serve the society, I have to serve the nation. Only this should be your agenda, okay. This is your complete thing, okay. This is ultimate thing that you should be having. So you have to attending this UPSC exams, okay. I have to make money so that I will be becoming government officer. I can be work lazy as possible, or I can be very free as so that's why I want to become this UPSC officer. I have to crack this UPSC exam, I have to become this government officer. No, that's not thing. So it shouldn't be. And if you are thinking like that, please don't attend this UPSC exams, okay. We don't recommend like such a government officer in our society serving or guiding us or making rules for us, okay. So that's what. So the thing is like, you should be having this you should be ready to serve the nation, not by making the money. Serving the nation and making money, like they are uncomparable. So your mindset should be so free and should be ready for this thing. At that point, you shouldn't say like, I studied and I worked hard and I waited so much, so I cracked now, I became now, so I want to make money. No, it's nothing, man, seriously. So first thing, just ask your parents or ask your colleagues or whoever it is, and is it okay to make money in this career. Like, it's not okay. It's not okay. Not it's 0%. Your answer is 0%. So you shouldn't think of money in case of UPSC, cracking UPSC. Yes, it's very difficult and more dedication is required, but money shouldn't be your targets. So why you want to become this UPSC? I mean, why you want to attend? Why you want to crack this UPSC? And why question should be completely answered by you first. Okay, you understand the answer for cracking UPSC from any of your colleagues, when any of your friends or parents. Okay, make sure you understand completely why the UPSC exam has been kept like in such a manner, and why such heavy scope is there, and why competition is very high, and why people attend like third time, fourth time, still they will be continuously by doing some other work they will be attending the UPSC exam. So what's the more important in that thing? So just understand these things, and later on you choose for getting into this government jobs, whatever you're thinking. Okay, and also in case of UPSC exams, like whether you have to go to the art stream so that you'll be very free, so that you will be not having pressure, or you have to go into the science stream so that you'll be having some backbone, or you'll be having some, you can, like, that's what I said, like, so they'll be attending like by doing other jobs also, they'll be attending this UPSC exams, and later on, after cracking, they'll be shifting, I mean, after the interview and everything is fixed from the government, then they'll be shifting from that job to this thing. So for that you should be having some back plan B like ideas, right? So that's what. So for that, and some of the people will say like, don't go with science, so that you'll be pressurized, or you'll be not having some limited time, so that you'll be free of mind and reading and much thing, because it's a long goal. UPSC, cracking UPSC and becoming this thing is like long goal. So for that you want some more time. So if you take science, then the colleges will be giving some more assignments or work and more understanding more things. So don't go with science. Okay, you don't go with science. Okay, now you'll get time or anything, what they will say, like, you'll get more time. Okay, you'll get time and you'll be going in that direction, and after completing your arts or commerce or whichever it is, and then you'll be attending these UPSC exams, and then okay, after this commerce and arts, again you cannot stop. After this, I don't think so you'll getting a better job, so that you can depend on that. So till some point of time, till you crack your UPSC things. Okay, so if you go with science, and if I choose it for PUC, still like I don't think like you don't get time. Okay, the thing is like after PUC, it's like you'll be having more options. Okay, I don't think so your option of choosing an UPSC is a permanent thing. I don't think so. If it is permanent, you'll work hard. Seriously, will work hard, and there is nothing is preventing you from that thing. If you go to the science also, if it is pressure, and I think if you had knowledge, like if you had good marks in your 10th standard, you can better go with science itself, because it's science is nothing like you can understand, and whatever it's happening, like if you get the good teachers and you had good friends and everything, you can utilize the time easily, and you may get some like-minded friends and everyone, so that you'll be supported in the back mind. I mean, in some part where you'll be thinking like, if something happens, like if you change goal also, if you change your goal in the first year of PUC or second year of PUC and wherever, you will be having some other things, like it's not like you have to get FCD itself in the science if you choose it. Okay, I'm talking about the UPSC students alone. So like they want time and so on, so they'll say like not going to the science itself because they'll be not getting time. So that's what. So it's not like that. Okay, you can manage the time even though you take the science background, and if you do the engineer, after doing engineering also, like choosing the science and being engineer also, you can crack this UPSC exams and you'll be having enough amount of time. Okay, never think like I want to crack UPSC so that I want time, so I'll be going for commerce and arts. That's a worst decision. Not worst, I think it's not a valid decision. Yeah, it's not a valid decision. So don't follow that myth. Okay, that's a myth actually. Okay, that's not truth. So this like, and also you will feel like at some point you will feel like, if not that, this is, I have this, like that. So if not that, then I have this thing. So I can you can freely, you can do whatever you want. by keeping an option B, which is completely always working. So option B is always works if the option A is failing. If the option A fails or passes, the option B will be working itself. Like option B is like non-failing option. So such options should be kept whenever you are planning for very long goals. So that's what I said. So choosing a science is not at all a problem for UPSC students. Okay, and also for UPSC self studies. Okay, self studies I'll make another. There is another discussion topic, so we'll discuss about that thing. So if you're dedicated, how much in cracking UPSC and this NEET and JEE means whatever, it's a big competitive exam. So completely depends on the dedication and your reason, and that's it. Your hard work. That's it. Only three. It's close this topic. Yeah, here. So let's get into these things like going to the coaching institutes or self studies. How efficient it is and what's better, and which one to choose. Like from the day one of the college itself, like after 10th you will be going to the anything like commerce, arts, anything. So from the day one itself you have to go to the coaching institutes side by to college, or how it is like. And nowadays it's very important to note this thing, like even the classes are happening in the online, so attending the online classes for coaching institute is very easy. I mean, providing them from their institute is very easy for them. So and also some amounts have been reduced due to this online thing. So you may look into these things like directly admitting to this coaching classes, so that you'll be daily or continuously you'll be triggered to read so on. So you may think in this way, right? I have a plan of going to coaching institute only because of one thing, that is extra knowledge. Other than, apart from the textbook or apart from the whatever your knowledge you gain from the class, you are expecting more things to learn, right? So actually the fact is everything is available in YouTube or in Googlepedia or in textbooks, and if everything is available to you, the only thing is like you have to read and you have to spend your time. That's not happening. Because if that is not happening, and if you're not dedicated in that, so then you have to think like you have to go to these coaching institutes and everything. So let me bring this one instance which I was part of this with respect to this coaching institute itself. Okay, actually after my BTech I have done my MTech, like I have 2 degrees now. Okay, after my BTech I gave some competitive exam that is called GATE exam. So after clearing that, I was looking into MTech colleges. Counseling was not in progress. There was some 2 months of time where the counseling was about to happen. I was free in that 2 months. So I thought of getting into this, going to these jobs and everything. I thought of experiencing like how these jobs will be happening after BTech. People's like outer, external to college. Like when I was in college, I got a placement and I attended many placements and everything. So I had that experience. But apart from the attending the companies from the college is different, and attending external to external, being an external means like once you step out of the company colleges, attending other companies is very different. So how these difficulties will be like, what are the things, how the procedures goes, like just to be part of these procedures and to know, to be practicing that. So I attended this different interviews and different things and everything. So yeah, in this channels, in upcoming sessions I'll be sharing that things like group discussions or different levels like resume making and resume templates, how to make resume templates and everything we'll be sharing the respectively career insight. The channel itself is for that. So I'll be sharing that things, like make sure that you subscribe at that point. So but yeah, coming to here, so I applied to many things like many websites and jobs and websites. So yeah, I got an offer. I was asked to come for some interviews. Okay, there was the description was like marketing, okay, digital marketing. So I went to the interview. And then it was like a very big institute that you'll be asked to join now actually, where I cannot name that institute, but I can hint you like I can hint you in such a way that that was the ad for this company is given by biggest Bollywood actor. So yeah, that's it. I can hint you. I think you got this thing like starting letter from B. Yeah, from B. Yeah, actually I went for there. It was not intentional for me, like going to that thing. Yeah, let me start this thing. Like, what's the job? What's my job there? Okay, after getting that job, what I have to do? Let me say this thing. Okay, I'll be not teaching. Okay, firstly I'll be not teaching. The thing is like I have to call parents. And I have to make sure that they register the students, I mean their child, to this course. Okay, depending on how many parents are convinced. There are some one floor in the large building where I went, like that is third floor in the building, where it's in Bangalore itself. So I went there, and later on I had a stages. Like firstly some person came, and then he said, it completely described the job, like you should be calling the parents and you have to convince them so that they registered in our institute, and later on number of registrations, and based on that you'll be paid. Okay, that's the job of me, like after getting hired from in that company. That is the thing. So first interview was this thing. So secondly I had an interview, like same thing, like he asked me directly, like how you can sell this pen. That is the first question. And second question is like, how can you convince, like why they have to register in your institute. Like that was a question asked by the company owner itself, or their manager or somewhere. So in this interview time, like I was waiting in the room, and I was watching whatever it's happening in the company, and all the people, everything was open. Okay, the firstly it was open in the sense like blocks of computers and everything. Most of the people carrying laptop and everything, like it was handy kind of job. So based on number of things, like number of hits, they were talking like number of hits, number of registrations, and like that. So why I'm saying is like there will be some premium offers, like for 1 month free and 2 days free, and there will be some, all the time they used to say like demo class. In the demo there will be some lecturers. Okay, in the normal class there will be other lecturers. They don't promise like the demo teachers will be teaching the same thing in the next coming days. Okay, and after paying the amount, and there will be registrations and agreements. I mean that's not agreement, like there will be no refund. They'll mention it completely, there will be no refund amount once you registered for the course, like online course, for JEE, NEET, and anything, for everything. I'm saying for UPSC also, all the time they'll show, like showcase in their institute album, like topper number 1, number 2, or number 5, number 6. I don't know how they'll collaborate with the students. So most of the students said in that interaction that there's another institute with a number of good percentage of outcomes, like most of the people got good ranks, so that they got directly into the MBBS colleges and medical colleges and engineering NITs and everything. So they were saying that the students were saying these things. So the students said to me these things, so I was very surprised by that. Like students will be watching this number of ranks that institute will be given. So I'm the topper, and I am the rank 1 scorer. Okay, so these institutes will approach me and ask me to say that I studied in their institutes, and they'll pay me money. Okay, by doing so I'll be paid money for that thing. So I have to say just one thing. So I have a rank 1, so I used the materials of given by this so and so institute, so I got this rank. So by saying that, they'll take my picture and they'll post in their institute that I got this rank from them itself. And you don't know that a money given by that institute to me, or whatever it is, you will be not knowing anything. Okay, just you think like they went to the coaching there itself, and they cracked that thing and everything. And also you may see that the same person coming to that institute, like you'll be paid again and again by visiting that thing. You'll be recommending other friends, your friends also, so that they'll be admitting and they'll be getting money. And always you can see that before registering you have to just ask them that whether the money you are paying is refundable. Like you'll attend from 10 days, and then if the money is refundable or not, just ask this thing. They will say like, no, money is not refundable. If you don't go to the institutes for learning, the money is non-refundable, and this is the thing. So don't be pawn for this thing. Don't fall for these scams. Okay, this is very scams. Okay, and also if you just call, there'll be much advertisements, and there'll be much posters that you'll be seeing and everything. So just don't call those numbers. Okay, if you call once, then if you are already called, you will be noticing that they have taken your mail IDs and parents number. They will ask like parent number, so that they will convince your parents and mother and everything, so that they'll be get admitted, and so that thing. So those persons you will be talking to, they are not masters, they are receptionists, or the job I said, right? So those people, there will be a bunch of people, not like 10, 20, there will be like 50, 60 members. Okay, once they convince their parents, one parent, they'll be getting such amount of time and such perks means like some benefits like that, in the salary hike and number of targets. You have to reach some 10 targets, you have to make them register in this thing, so that be getting money like that. So don't fall under these scams of registration for coaching institutes. Don't ever fall for this thing, okay? So this very important thing where you'll not get this information. This is highly confidential, but I thought of bringing to you these things, okay? So let's talk about this self-studies. The reason why we go to the coaching institute itself, like self-study is not possible from us, right? Is it so? It's not true. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible, but how it is possible? Because I'll be not making motivational videos for you so that you read your according things. Like I cannot directly focus on you, because I'm making this video is like general. I'm not pushing you to the science, commerce, arts or anything. This I can make you, I'll be making videos which will help you, but it will not help you in one manner. Multiple manner it will be helping you, so you can take some things. Always my every video will be like contribute to you in some or the other way, but I cannot completely focus, or I cannot say that you'll get motivated if you see my videos. No, sorry. You should be having that dedication, and you have to read, and you have to do your hard works. But how is it possible to crack this higher competitive exams with NEET, JEE Mains, or this UPSC, these stories and everything? Like, just see to this thing, okay? Now you said like that just now I discussed like there will be some posters with number 1, 2, 3 with top rankers will be studied there, and like that. But how about this medium course? Like, let's come below that 100, okay? Because these 100 rankers, first 100 ranks will be there. You will find this first 100 ranks will be posted there, in their pictures will be there in some institutes or somewhere else, because they'll take that pictures and everything, because that process I said, taking money and selling themselves the ranks. This is happening in higher level also. It will happen in the higher gate exams and everything. So there also it will happen, like they'll sell their ranks, and they just say that they use their materials, institute materials, and they take the pictures and they'll post it there. They say like, they claim that the person studied there here itself, so he got first rank, because in the same way he'll be paid. Comes to this coaching institute with cheaper cost in sense, like there are some institutes which cost less and which give some minimal ranks, and it's okay, that's fine. So then you think like medium core people will be thinking, middle class people will be thinking like, let's not get into this topper or so, but there are some good ranks there. So my child is very intelligent, I mean you are very intelligent, so you will grab the knowledge and you'll study by yourself. So this kind of self-study plus institute, and then college, okay? You'll think like this, and you'll get into this kind of institutes. Okay, that's fine, actually, that's fine. But the thing is, like, everything is available in YouTube. Like, there are many YouTube channels which you can depend on. Yeah, you can depend completely on. Also, if you go to these teachers, if you just approach your teachers and lecturers, just ask them that you had a plan of these things. So in your subject, can you help me in this subject so that you can crack this exam? Or can you give me some materials that I have to go through, or something like that? If you ask them, just they will say that. Exactly, they will say that I'll be teaching these things in the class. So later on, for furtherly, you can refer this textbook, or you can refer this material. So I'll be providing, because they'll be having 100% knowledge in one subject, which is highly sufficient to crack that particular subject in the competitive exam. Because they cannot crack these exams, because they'll be not having complete knowledge in all the subjects, but you should be having before attending this exam. Okay, so you have to take complete knowledge whatever they'll be having in that particular subject, and you have to ask, or you have to request them how to attain that knowledge, like not completely as much to that level. Like, you have to ask the teachers or lecturers in the college itself, like how you have to approach, like by self-studies. I'm planning for going to study self-study. So which are the materials I have to refer? Okay, there are many interviews done for the toppers. They'll say like they have used this method and they have done this thing. And mainly my suggestion is like, which are competitive exams you have to crack, like for going to the coaching classes or going for self-studies, you have to make separate notes, okay, each day, whenever the teachers or whichever the topics you'll be studying in the daily basis. Like, always you have to make separate notes, so that you refer that at the end of the moment. Because first chapter may come in the first question will be coming in the competitive exam after the second year. So 2 years of exams content should cannot revise all the 2 year subjects things at a time when you want to revise the things and everything. So that's why you have to make your self notes. Self note is very important, and I don't know how many of you people were making when you were 10th theorems. You had a very big theorem, so you were asked to make it short, like how you used to remember that theorem, like big theorem. So you would have written in kind of way like just diagram, and from them there will be some basic informations, like so that by reading that lines you will understand completely. So this kind of like making short notes of that complete theorem will be compressed into some small amount of lines so that you can revise that thing. So like that you have to complete always whenever the teacher makes notes, do the lesson in a class, like from the day one itself. Make a separate textbook, okay, separate notes, so that you'll be marking the extra information that you want. Okay, it will be helpful for you at the end moment, so that it's more important and more valuable than which are the competitive this books that you'll be referring to. It's more valuable than that. Okay, they will be saying this as a important thing. It has come in the competitive exams, and make a note of it. Whenever they say that thing, so make a separate maintain separate textbook, so that you make a note of that thing, so that you can refer at the end stage without any difficulties. So that's the one way. In addition to this, you can invent your own ways, like planning yourself, like the daily reading or weekly once reading, or pertaining some amount of time for a week, or subject wise planning. Many things are there. You can do in your way, and self studies is possible. And most of the people may waste like traveling to the coaching institutes, okay, from after the college, going to there and coming home and sleeping, and they don't have time. Okay, but without going to institute, you will be having more time. The only thing you need is like self motivation. Okay, you have to self motivate yourself, and you have to be dedicated, so that you have to complete daily. You have to read. It's possible. Okay, the thing only for self studies, the only thing matters is like good resources. Okay, just ask your friends who are going to the institutes and everyone, take a Xerox of it, or go to Avenue Road in Bangalore, books from them, or contact your seniors and just discuss with them, or seniors. So just discuss with them, and you can crack these things. And if you ask me like, is it possible? Yes, it is possible. You can do that. Only thing is dedication. That's it. Fine. So let's move to this next topic. This next topic, this is the last topic. So this small suggestion from my side, like having an idea of becoming an engineer, completely engineer. You had a plan of becoming an engineer. So still you will be going for PCMB. Okay. The thing is, you want to become an engineer, like at least you'll be having an idea like which engineer you have to become, like civil engineer, or mechanical engineer, or electronics and communication EC engineer. Some idea you'll be having. If you have this kind of, I mean, like I'm talking to 30% of the students who will be having like a goal, like I have to become an engineer itself, and I know I don't become doctor, something like that. I'm talking about science stream itself alone, because I am science background student. So in that case, okay, you need not to go for PCMB or PCMC, physics, chemistry, maths. Okay, that's not required. So in such cases, you can directly go for diploma. Okay, diploma in engineering, and later on you can come to, after 3 years of your diploma, you can come to this engineering. Not an option if you want to try for your medical seat, and also if your knowledge competitive exams and many things, and also JEE mains, getting into NITs and everything. So better you go with PCMB itself. Okay, if you go for PCMB, then you can attend this JEE mains, and because PCM you can attend from engineering, getting into bigger colleges like tier 1 colleges like NITs, IITs and everything, you can do that. And also in the meanwhile you can go for medical, you can try for medical NEET exams. Okay, so more options in the case, like in the sciences, like PCMB itself, biology, taking biology as an optional subject, that is itself. So with respect to this discussion, like you can talk with your seniors, or are doing this engineering, I mean this diploma, coming to this thing, and the competitions like KCET, and the diploma students will be having DCET, diploma CET. Again there will be some competition, but competition in the diploma there is less when compared to this KCET. Yeah, you can take note of that thing also. So competition is a bit less when you come from diploma to engineering colleges. You can get better colleges when compared to PUC students, that KCET, such papers. So there is some advantages, but only thing the matter is like after diploma, if you go for diploma, you cannot go into this. You cannot attend this JE mains. I have to take an options. So as I said, this video is not about this career things like choosing the courses and everything. These are some of the discussions I thought of having with you people, and hope this session is very big. If that is very big, very sorry. I thought of bringing these topics to you. And still, if you have any doubts, make sure that you comment back, and if requires, I'll make a separate video for that. And hope it was helpful for you, and please make sure that this information is shared with your friends, okay? Because as I said, this video is applicable even after joining your colleges, like, so you would understand how much important this video is for other students. Make sure that you share to your class groups or from new to your friends or your class groups, and anyway, okay, make sure that this reach it. So make sure that my efforts are worthful. That's it. And make sure that you like this video so that it motivates me to make some more videos. After watching video, if you feel like this video is worth watching for you, make sure that you subscribe to this channel and stay updated so that the same content, the similar kind of content will be posted in my channel in the future days. Thank you, and just share this video to respective persons, like respective people, where it will be useful for them. Thank you. Signing off, Yoganand HR. Thank you. Bye.